Hello, thank you for watching. My name is Merginator, and I have some more Forza RC Ford Mustang GT footage for you. This will be the last video of this kind. The next car to be used in the Forza RC League week will be the Formula Ford, and it's an S-Class stock-only league. And I've never driven that car before, so I've done a lot of testing, and I'll have a video out soon for tips, tricks, and other things, because I've done a lot of testing with this car tonight. And I also got, after racing in this league this week, I got bumped up into Pinnacle, so next week I'm going to be racing with the likes of Jular DT and Raceboy and Super GT and JSR Devon, and it's going to be different. I've been in the Elite Division ever since I bought this game, and while I did put a lot of time into this week's league, I really didn't feel like I put in that much time. I did race as clean as possible, and I did win a lot. I did pull a lot of P1s in this last week, so I don't know how they gauge updating, but I was just looking through the leagues to see when it started, and it said your division is in Pinnacle, and I kind of just, my jaw dropped. I was like, whoa, no way. So I'm gonna be within some fierce competition. If you've seen other people's videos though, like Super GT, I mean, it still can be a cluster and really bad in terms of rammers or just people not paying attention. So I am very eager to be racing in Pinnacle next week. Very excited, and I can't wait. And as I'm recording this, that means I have about 48 hours until I get to race in Pinnacle. But here we are around Road America. The reason why I put this clip in is because I started in last. I started in 22nd place. And I ended up finishing pretty darn well, considering I was way in the back. So here I am in 11th. Guy just to the right of me, Predator. And we're both rocking an ESL livery. And so I claimed 10th place. Those two do a little bit of bumping. Kind of tapped him wide, so he's going to go for some mean blocking maneuvers, which, you know, gets me to 8th place. I ended up finishing this race in 7th, so I went from last place to 7th place. So there you go. Next up, we have, whoa, gotta dodge him. Around Long Beach here, and this is one of my favorite courses. I'm sure I've said that before in a previous video, but I don't know what it is about this course, but I can just, I love it. It's all the corners. I love how fast it is, how tight everything is. Very little room for error. And if you do mess up, well, there's unforgiving walls everywhere. And I don't know, I like how there's very little room for, you know, if somebody messes up, they hit a wall. It's not like they fly off into the grass or fly off into the sand. This track makes for good racing. See, I went wide there, but I hit the wall and I'm back in it. So it's very hard to pass somebody on this track, and I think it just makes for some of the best races available. And not only is it fun to watch for myself, it's fun to race. So here we go. Gonna show the whole first lap on this one. Guy ahead of me, Gamer Logic for the win, was very, very fast in this lobby. I've never raced with him before, at least I don't remember, and every time he was in a race, he got first place. Several times I was in second, and this one was one of the closest ones because this is one of my favorites, so I'm pretty consistent and pretty good at this track. But, yeah, I was right behind him the whole time. There was even a point in this race where I actually passed him, which I'll show you right here. He goes wide and hits the tires, and this gives me a chance. He loses some time, this gives me a chance to pass. And I don't know what happens here. I think it's just one of those things where I I see, I braked a little too late, and I broke early, he broke a little late, and that gave him the position to have the inside on this while I went wide, and so he's back on the racing line. I tuck in behind him, and I just could not catch up with him. He's really, really fast. Once he knew that I was serious about trying to pass him, he didn't make another mistake, so I finished that race in second place. So the very next race, Brands Hatch Indy Circuit, 5 laps around here. I am behind Wild Wind 7 and another fast person, Quill 22, or is it 23? 22. 33? Anyways, us top 3 right now are pretty fast, pretty consistent, and I've raced with these guys before, and they are good. I go wide, gotta keep some tires on the pavement though. Reason why I want to show this clip is because I don't know if this could be used to not disqualify him, but the guy behind me, I Demand 29, he uses 2 incredibly harsh tactics to pass in an attempt to... Oh, you'll see here in a moment. That's the end of lap 1. Lap 2, I lock up my brakes, go wide, but I'm able to correct. He goes wide, and I claim first place. Wild Wind right behind me, and him and I have a decent battle until this part right here, where Ida Man just pushes him off into the sand, and then Ida Man claims second place. And then here's the end of the race, where Ida Man, not only does he just doesn't use his brakes, he goes through the grass, nails me, trying to knock me out of the way. Luckily, I know how to drive, and I kind of saw it coming, and I was able to hold first place. So I think if he's in the top 50%, he needs to be disqualified, because that was some bullshit. But yeah, thank you for watching. I've enjoyed the leagues this week, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.